Hi, my name's Julie. I am so excited. I have my first Lacie Churchill doll. I purchased her through VDC, and I have to explain first that this is not a typical doll for me. I have been collecting the Elwyn Wild series, and I absolutely love those dolls. I love their charming faces, kind of like their wistful sigh look, and sometimes a little pensive and a little bit of mystery behind their eyes. But typically, I am a playline doll collector. I love to take dolls, redo dolls, mess with them, change them around, and I especially love to sew with them. And one thing I decided that I truly love is a very, very good pattern. And our Tam Casey makes fabulously fitted patterns, and I enjoy that. I can pattern make myself, and I do that on occasion, but to me it's very relaxing to use something that has already been created to then add embellishments for myself. So that being said, Lacie Churchill just had such a gorgeous fashion face, and as a lover of fashion and design, I thought she would be the perfect muse to make some more sophisticated clothing, not just childish playline clothing that I typically make for other children and for my own grandchildren to play and to have fun with, but something of a different caliber. So I'm looking forward to unboxing her today because she will be, in a way, my fashion muse. So that being said, I'm going to flip the camera and get to the unboxing. I don't typically do videos. Number one, I also have Lies. I have other dolls, but I recently participated in a virtual Bly retreat with Tammy Powley of Peace Love Crafts Instagram. I think it's both Instagram and YouTube. And I am retiring from teaching. And one of the things Tammy talked about is like, if you have something to share, you should probably practice videotaping. And although I've taught virtually, I've done all those things, I've not done how to videos very often. So I thought this would be good practice for me. So one of the things I know that I need when I'm doing an unboxing to make sure that I do it pretty flawlessly without much hassle is that you need a pair of scissors. You definitely need some sort of box cutter and space. Right now I don't have a lot of space because I'm redoing my craft room, and that is why I'm where I'm at. And this is a new storage thing here, so I'm working on that. You can even see it still has a sticker on it. Oh, haven't done that yet either, still getting more, but nonetheless, and probably a container to put all your extras in if you're like me. You don't know where you're unboxing all the time. Sometimes it's on a sofa, and you want to make sure not to lose those things within the cracks of your sofa or anything like that. So I have my supply box. I'm going to actually put that to the side, and I'm going to go ahead and check out the box. So on the box here, we've got all the important things. Again, as I said, I ordered it from VDC, and you'll see this nice tape around the edge. I'm going to just go through and use my box cutter and go ahead, and I've got a bunch of different ones, but this one's a tiny one. And I'm going to go ahead and carefully cut that because I do keep the shippers on some of my more valuable dolls, but I definitely play with them, and I'm not afraid to take them out of their clothes and stand and display them in different ways. So that's just something I like to do. As I said, I come from a person who loves playline. So I'm going to cap that back up so I'm not hazardous. Put that back aside. And a little bit more about me is that I'm always inspired by the shows that I watch and the magazines I read. And I really kind of miss the old Vogue magazines of yesteryear, where that September issue was 3 inches wide. And I was recently going through some of my clipped pages and my paper items and had to pitch some of those in found Pinterest pages to work. But anyhow, if you want to find me on Pinterest, it's at Julie Cagney, and I have lots of hoarding on Pinterest as well as in my room. But here's our white shipper box or storage box. I've never had a doll like this that comes in styrofoam, I believe. So I'm excited to see what she looks like out of the box. And here's, oh my gosh, like I really, like there's, the yellow ones just have such a different size and face to them. So here's the booklet. I think most of you have seen this on Mark's page before, and I'll put the link to that page. I know she's not been released yet. And another thing, why did I choose this doll? 2 reasons. No, actually 3 reasons. Again, this is going to go in my little bitty crate here. One of the reasons is because her price point. Oh my gosh, I could not pass that up. But I knew that I wanted a wig doll. All my Elowins are wig dolls. I truly believe that enlarges what you're doing if you're making settings. Pardon the wrinkle here, the wrinkling. I love that Mark showed this. I didn't even notice about this, that it's magnetic. Look at that. Magnetic close. That's a really nice purse if you haven't seen that yet. It's a very nice purse. It's textured. Has a nice texture to it as well. And the chain details, all of those things. So yes, again, I knew I wanted a wig doll. She was the right price point. I also do this thing every year with my insurance where I work to get the maximum benefit possible so that I can get a reward from my insurance. And that reward is always fun money. Like, that's just my fun money. So I knew I had some fun money to splurge. I'm still waiting on a possible other Elowin, although I do have some in my eBay cart just to, if the Elowin that doesn't spark my interest. But I am looking forward to those as well. If you have animals, be sure to put these somewhere else. I usually put them in a drawer with my dolls, though. I do keep those. Here's these lovely gold shoes. This is my only bane of existence, is this tape. I love things that have seals that it looks like I'm not going to be able to keep that. Seals where you can just go back and have them again. I'm going to go ahead and cut that though. Simply because if you notice on my nails too, I have a lot of pink on my nails. I've been painting for 2 days. I gave myself 8 days to redo my room. I am on day 2. So I feel like I'm doing really well. She really does have much bigger feet, doesn't she? I was thinking about the sizes. So I'm really interested in the size difference between the Graces and the Lacies. And I love that it's all molded. I have a 3D printer. I need to learn how to do that. But I am quite aware of the size difference, and I'm anxious to see how that plays out. If you're not aware, Tamara Casey does have a July sale for patterns. I'm looking forward to seeing what I pick up this year. I do keep track of that. I'll share that another time. Those glasses are nice. Again, they do not bend, so be very careful with that. I'm going to leave those out to the side because I want to see those on her. And I'm not going to put her bracelet on right now, but those are her bracelet and her earrings. I'll put them on later and put it at the end of the video. Okay, so I'm going to add all these to my little container. Dun, 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 dun. Now's the time to take her out. Oh, she's not as heavy as I thought she would be. There's her stand back there. I love that it's a crotch stand, I say, or it doesn't go around her waist. I think they're a lot easier. Wow, I did not expect this size. Like, I knew what I was getting. I knew the height, but I was not expecting the feel of her in my hands, like how her weight's distributed and such. Articulation. I love the look at those long hands. She is fashionista. I do hope that they sell more of those black hands, the gloved hands. That's so neat. Like, if you can switch things out. Ooh, that articulation right there. I love that. So she's like, farewell, friend. Drop that. Just don't drop the trash. Here's her shoulder. And her shoulder goes back. And now I do have really pink walls, so there might be a hue of difference. Not used to the lighting in this room yet as I'm doing that. I'm going to take that off next. I'm going to flex around the articulation of her leg. Nice back kick. And her hip. Good rotation there. She's got a little creak. She's getting old already. No. I do think that's funny that, I feel like my Eloans are young, under 30, I feel like Lacie, she's more mature, like she owns Vogue. She runs life. She does not go in fast cars. Now, the foot is interesting. So it doesn't flat. It always is at a heel. That's something I did not know about these dolls. It does go to point if she wants to ballerina, I guess, or if her heel's really high. But that foot articulation is not completely bent. Now, I will say this. I am in love with articulated dolls. I have Dollikins from the 1950s and Dollikins from the 1970s of the play line. And the charm of articulation is my favorite thing. Favorite. I love, love, love dolls that can be bent and posed and things like that. You do have to take a comb or a brush through her hair. Oops, let me take that off and then we'll put it back on. Now, I will say this. I have received a doll before, Nima. She didn't have a sticker here. That's easy to replace. Not a big deal. I don't know why that's there. That's an interesting bald spot for her. I guess it adds a bump, or maybe that has to do with the build inside. And there's her face. Hopefully we can get that on a detail a little bit more. Zoom in on that. Put some light on her. She's really pretty. Actually, I don't think this is as thick as I anticipated it. I definitely want to take a brush to it. It feels like it needs to be brushed. And the hard part about the long hair doll wigs is getting that wig flush. I do believe, though, it's best to start with the back and then kind of bring it forward. That way you can go to a nice seal. Oh, it does look so good on her, though. Oops. Oh, don't think I got it caught on the front one. So that's another problem I've seen before, too. Sometimes that sticker isn't quite where you want it to be. Yeah, it's not holding. I'll have to check that later. See what's going on there. Sometimes it's just, it needs a little scuffing to make the Velcro stick. But one of the things Mark brought up, and I really do like too, is how nice this wig looks on the side, because I do want to kind of pull her hair back once in a while. Put it back like this. And it looks good. It looks good that way, doesn't it? All right. So that is pretty much Lacie. I will put her together later and stand her up probably when I get my room done. So that might be a little while, but I'll add it to this later. I hope you enjoy your dolls. I hope you're having a great time looking at the dolls, whether or not you get one or not. Play with them. I definitely, there's very few dolls that I keep boxed. Maybe they stay there for a little while, like she has on this black. I definitely will be taking that off for if she's stored for any length of time, so that it doesn't fade on her. But definitely play with your dolls and have a good time. I hope you enjoyed this unboxing. If you have any other Playline dolls or toner dolls or blind dolls, anything you collect, let me know in the comments and what you enjoy seeing. I am going to be creating more content once my room is finished. Right now I have 2 walls done, and I gave myself 8 days, 2 days for each wall. We'll see how it goes. Bye-bye.